Hey my good friend Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. We're at the LA Auto Show and one of the big reveals this year was the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2, the new top end for the midsize off-road pickups. One of the hottest new product reveals at Automobility LA 2016 was 2 years ago a concept nearly identical, the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 off-road truck. This year, the real thing's revealed and we even got to take a ride in it. Calling it a segment of one, the ultra off-road Colorado ZR2 rides on a 3.5-inch wider track. It has 2 extra inches of ground clearance and a huge amount more suspension travel to go with the 17-inch wheels and 31-inch Goodyear Duratrac off-road tires. To give it extra off-road capability, the suspension's been thoroughly made over with heavy-duty components like cast-iron control arms and the first production use ever of Multimatic dynamic suspension spool valve dampers for an off-road truck. The dampers, similar to that which came on the 2014 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, have multiple chambers and spool valves. Position dependent, the dampers can react differently to a variety of situations from stable street driving to landing from jumps out there. The aluminum bodies each have 2 spool valves for compression and rebound damping optimized for everyday driving. A third piston-mounted spool valve delivers additional, uniquely tuned compression damping for heavy off-road use. Front dampers also have a special rebound valve to soften the blow of full extension drops. Traction's bolstered with the addition of both front and rear locking differentials that can be manually selected, along with a transfer case that offers 2-wheel drive as well as 4 high and low. I got to go out for a short demonstration ride for all this off-road traction toy stuff, and here's how that went.
Yeah, so wow, this is like urban off-road.
Yeah, urban off-road. It's been pretty amazing to watch this all come together. So we're going to go over this first part of the course right here, which is what I like to call the whoops. So we're going to take about 12 miles an hour and really just trying to show here how settled the truck is over some fairly large offset inputs. We'll hit another couple in-phase bumps. Come around here, and this is our train track. And then we get to the technical aspects of the course. So what we're going to do here is we're really demonstrating our front and rear lockers and the functionality of those. So we're going to go up this ramp. We're going to go into each of these buckets with rollers. So the first one we're going to go and we're going to have a roller on our front left and our rear right. I'm going to go into floor low.
So, real quick question on the front and rear lockers, those can be used independently?
Well, you can't use the front locker without activating the rear locker.
Okay.
So you can go rear locker by itself, but not front by itself.
Okay.
So we're slipping a little bit, so we'll activate the rear. Slipping on 3 wheels. So this one's in a bucket, this one's in a bucket, that one's in a bucket. So the only wheel that's not in a bucket right now is our front right. So we're going to use our front right to basically pull us up out of all these rollers. Get us up over the hill.
Now, are all of these trucks you're using the Duramax, or do you have gas?
We have a gas and we have 3 gas and 3 diesels that we're using. Actually 2, because that red one right down there is one of our trucks. These are our actual development trucks. So these are the trucks that we used throughout the entire development process. So these have been to the Rubicon and Moab and pretty much all over the country doing off-road development work and on-road development work. They actually don't have a lot of miles on them because we use them a lot on our test courses, which aren't entirely all that long. I mean, some of them aren't really even any longer than this. But they've been kind of all over the place. So it's kind of cool because for us engineers, I'm going to go into 4 high here. for us engineers, I mean, these are our babies. These are what we've been working on for the whole time for the last 2 years, and now we get to see them, in an actual media event. It's a pretty rare occasion. A lot of times we have, real pretty kind of show vehicles. So what we're showing here is we call this kind of like our woods, literally like we're going through a wood trail, and it's just showing the difference between our truck and maybe some of our larger competitors. They wouldn't be able to fit through there. So the last portion of our ride is our Articulation Hill. So we're gonna go up, we'll have one side, and then at some point, if you haven't done it yet, I suggest you do it later. Come back over here with your camera and check out what happens to the right rear wheel when you go up.
Now all of this extra capability is backed up with extra armor, including functional rock rails the length of either the super cab or the extended cab. A thick aluminum skid plate up front protects the powertrain with an additional skid plate for the transfer case. A tapered front bumper exposes more of the front tires for better approach angles over rocks and other obstacles. Styling's further amped up with a unique hood. Now that bed-mounted spare tire is the only thing shown here that's an option, but it is an option. Best of all, the ZR2 comes with a choice of both the new 308 horsepower 3.6 liter V6 and its 8-speed automatic, as well as the 181 horsepower 2.8 liter turbo diesel, most appreciated for its low-end torque at 369 pound-feet. The Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 goes on sale in 2017 with pricing yet to be announced. Expected to come into the low or mid 40,000s, just above that new Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro for gasoline V6 models, and around 45,000 or better for the diesel. Well, there you have it, folks, for our first look at the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2. Now, we'll have far more detail down the road when they give us far more detail. Until then, click on the big screen right there and you'll see more videos from the LA Auto Show coverage for 2016. That is Automobility LA.